Good morning, good morning. It is Friday, y'all. It is Friday, and I'm so excited about that. Hi. Hello, friend. Hello. Good morning. I just had the urge, I don't know, to pop on and say good morning. And I just got a new card deck, and I thought maybe I would pull a card to maybe start us off kind of on this, well, if you're local here to me, which so far I think everybody who popped on is, your snowy outdoor weather. It's making me feel like, oh, what's everybody up to today? Anybody have to go out in the snow? Anybody working on anything fun? I would love to hear. I want to drink this so badly, but it's still super warm, and I'm like, ooh. Well, let me know what you're up to. Let me know what you're excited about. Are you excited about the snow? I'm excited about it because I don't have to go out of the house. I don't have to leave the house until Monday. And I probably won't. There's nothing that should change on that. So, but yeah, I thought I'd come on and just start our morning together. And I'm going to start doing, I kind of have this urge to start doing a mindful moment every Monday. So give me feedback on what time of the day might be best on Mondays. That, I mean, I know not everybody's going to always be able to jump on, but I'd love to come on when more people can come, right? Snow day, mural work might have to wait. Oh yeah, Chrissy, I forgot you were doing the second part of your mural for the candle vault. Oh my gosh, that's a bummer. Oh, well, at least there's just something to look forward to. Even if it doesn't happen today, you'll be able to finish it up hopefully next week. Although it's supposed to be really, really cold then next week. So, oof. And I know you have to be outside a little bit for it. So, oof. What else is everybody else up to? But yeah, let me know. I was thinking that I want to start our weeks together on Mondays and just start a confidence boost. Like maybe there'll be a sentiment every week that we can kind of go into being intentional about together. Maybe there'll be a little, I don't know, right? Just something to start our weeks off feeling together, feeling, maybe a little bit more confident going into the week, because I feel like sometimes we need that. I know I need it, I'll just say. And if we can be here together on a live, how much better to start our week. So maybe we can all just have our coffee together and, chit chat a little bit, and I'll pull a card. We'll talk a little bit about whatever. So these are my new cards, actually. It literally still has the whatever plastic banding on it, or whatever you want to call it. They're really pretty. There's actually I don't know if you can see that with the light, a metallic in there. Yay, I'm glad you love this idea. Yeah, I'm excited. I've just been really called. Last night I couldn't wind my brain down because I was somewhere and then came home, and it always takes me a while. And I just have this call to remind us all that we have so much beauty within us, and we have so much, I don't know. I'm almost at a loss for words in this moment because I'm still figuring out what exactly my thought and my message is. So I'm glad you love that idea. But yeah, I think it would be fun just to have set our tone for the week together, kind of a thing. And so yeah, let me know if anybody has any insight. Our morning's best. Do we want to do it before 9 a.m.? Do we want to, kind of have a little bit of an idea of what people would like to pop onto, what would be most helpful? Because at the end of the day, that's right, what it's about. So, okay, let me pull a card and then we can chit chat. But I thought this might get a good conversation going. These feel really good in my hand. I actually got these for bringing to sessions. So, little spoiler alert, I wanted to start adding in little extra takeaways from when I'm with people with sessions, whether it's a coaching call or a branding photography session. And so I got these because I have a ton of different card decks, and I'll always keep accumulating them, but I feel there needs to be the right one for right things, So these felt like they were things that would be empowering, or something to think about, or kind of step into, or maybe a message that you needed. at the time, like when we are together in that moment, that you can kind of figure out what that means for you. So, all right, let's take a moment here. I'm going to pull these. It's so hard to do when I don't have a table. So I'm just going to do my best to spread it out and kind of feel for what's needing to come out of this thing. So here we go. I'm going to pull this one. Oh, that's hilarious. It's the one that was on the top that I was showing you guys. That's like really beautiful and metallic. Okay, so let's see what it says. So everybody take a moment. Take a nice deep breath if you can. If you want, close your eyes. There's no right or wrong way to be right here. My new thing is there's no perfection, just intention. And so just be here in this moment for a moment. Redundant, right? I am exactly who I need to be in this moment. I am exactly who I need to be in this moment. So let the chit chat kind of go out of your mind on what it's telling you that this day needs to feel like, be like, sound like, what you need to get done. You are exactly who you need to be in this moment. And whatever your day looks like, whether it is task orientated or it's restful or it's a mixture of it, all of it's okay. And then the back says, all your past actions are teaching moments for your present self. I'll read it again. All your past actions are teaching moments for your present self. Every lesson takes you to the present moment, to exactly who you need to be. So what that means to me is if maybe there's something that's popping up for you or a reoccurring story, or you're feeling stuck in life or in business with something or many things, that your past actions teach us, right? About where we've come from, what is on our heart to do more of, less of, all the things. So if there's something that's kind of just stuck on a rut maybe, or you're on the hamster wheel of beating yourself up over something or wanting to do more of another thing, but you can't quite figure out what that needs to be, just like allow yourself to be right here and think about your past self, like the past few weeks, the past few months, maybe all of last year, of what was serving you and what wasn't serving you. Can we let go of what wasn't? I know it's easier said than done, right? But I feel like pure, unadulterated confidence within ourselves and the way that we live our lives or build our businesses is being really real about letting go of things that don't serve us when we thought that maybe it was serving us at one point, which is okay, right? Because maybe it was, or maybe it never was. Either way is fine. But at some point we have to listen internally. And I know, Paula, I know you're on here, and I know that you 3000% are in the same lane as that, because we can't listen to all the chatter. It's okay to have inspiration from other people. I do it all the time. It's okay to want to seek some guidance and advice from others, or hear something out of the mouth of another person or out of their content or whatever it is, right? That's why we have things like social media and podcasts and things, because we want to feel like we are getting a little bit of guidance or community or whatever it is from the others around us. But the caveat is it's really important to know who exactly you are and what that means to you and how powerful your choices are within that, right? Of saying, "Ooh, I'm inspired by this person, but what I really need to do or take action on or not take action on is this, that, or the other, because that's what I feel best," right? Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Victoria. So I think for me, that's really important to keep kind of honing in on for myself and hopefully for others, right? That hear that sentiment, is that who you are is exactly who you need to be, right? The card says it. It's not just coming from my mouth. The card says it, so it must be true, right? But I think we get lost in a lot in this life, and sometimes it's okay to get lost, right? You know, not all those who wander are lost, kind of a vibe. It's good to see where the wander takes us, right? We can utilize what's around us to stir us, not to intimidate. I love that, yeah. So we can utilize what's around us to stir something within us, but we don't have to imitate it, right? We don't have to be our own, or the photocopy of whatever it is that we like, we can say, ooh, this is like, you can extract something. You can extract like a couple little pieces of, hey, I really like that they, have this sort of sentiment, or that they have this kind of a energy about them. And then you figure out what that means and looks like for you, right? And so, yes, I love that. Like, let it stir within, let it figure out kind of what it means to you to show up differently. Is anybody feeling, right, that there's something in this season that you're in that you are seeing that in? Like, you are trying to figure out what's stirring within you? I'll start the convo. I am feeling very called to be even more, the word that's coming to mind is ruthless, but I don't know if that's the right word, but like ruthless in showing up in helping the sentiment of shaking people and saying, you deserve to be seen, building a stage for them to show their talents and their gifts and their mind more. I did a little bit of content on my other page, which is kind of just me as a creator, me as an artist, whatever, right? Like, and so that page is kind of a hodgepodge of just who I am. And I made a reel last night that was just like, I want to shake everybody to their core to remind them that there is so much within them already, that leave the noise alone, back away from it, put your headphones in, take a quiet walk in the snow, whatever, and see what that is for you, like how you can present yourself into the world. Chrissy, yes, video keeps calling me. Yes, it has, because we've talked about it a couple different times. So I'm so interested in what that's going to pan out to be for you, right? Like, what is that going to feel like and look like? Take some time, because I know that you already do this really well. Like, take some time to allow your mind's eye to figure out exactly what that feels like. What does that look like and feel like to you? Not what every other person doing video content or creating in some way is, right? And so I'm really excited to see what that is and be along on this journey, to be honest, because I think it'll be really fun to see what your version of that is, what you get to create within that. Paula says, ruthless or courageously consistent? Ooh, yeah. Courageously consistent. I like that. I feel like that's like a book title or like a podcast name or something. Like, that's powerful words. But I think that's what I'm seeking a little bit more is because what I put in that reel was that actually it was in my stories. I think my reel, I didn't put this other little like caveat. It was in my stories that sometimes I back down because I don't want to feel too bold in my message, or I don't want people to feel too shaken up. But if I'm courageously consistent and showing up in that, right? So that's what it is for me. But then for you, what do you want to be courageously consistent in? What is it, right? Maybe it's going to be video for Chrissy. Maybe it's just being more quiet in this season for somebody else. Maybe it's starting that thing that you kind of started, but it's not really jiving, or something's not really showing up how you want to. So be courageously consistent in doing what parts of that do feel good, and see if that is what the answer is for you. Anybody drinking anything good this morning to start the day? This is finally at a space where I can drink it without burning my face off. So that's good. Cheers, my friends. Cheers to you. Cheers to being courageous. Cheers to being amazing and beautiful in all our ways. I kind of have the urge to pull one more card because I feel like it's easy to like keep that consistency and have that. So my dogs are like just looking at me right now. I feel like sometimes they're like, "What are you doing, Mom? Can't you just play with me all day?" Which that would be literally a dream life. That would be a dream life, but there's that. We all need a kick in the keister, and you hold us to nurture it, grow it, and show up. Kick in the keister. I love it. Kick in the keister. People don't use the word keister enough, Paula. Let's bring it back. I I love how you said that though. We all need somebody to help us nurture, grow, and show up. It's really hard to show up consistently and in a very courageous way. But the beauty of the thing is that you're never alone when you're doing it, right? So I could be the person that gives you the kick in the keister, but you're the thing that keeps the momentum going then, right? Even though you might have support from a husband, another business friend, from me, from whoever. And I think it's just the nurturing part is the biggest thing that I think gets missed. Because we can have a goal or a dream or something that we have on our hearts that we want to do in maybe a bigger way or a new way, or whatever it is, right? But if we don't nurture what that really feels and sounds like, then we can get lost. And that's why I think that we don't stay consistent, because we're not doing it from a space of knowing ourselves, right? And so I'm glad that you feel that there is nurture and growth and a little bit of kick in the keister around here, because that's what it's about. Like, I firmly believe, like when I said that, like the sentiment in my mind is that I do want to shake people awake and be like, look at the beauty that you have within you. Oops, sorry, I have a little alarm going off. You have so much within you. It's crazy town. I know I keep kind of giving Easter eggs to something that I'm doing and being a part of, and I will be able to talk about it next week, I believe. So, but last night it was the first kind of gathering of the people who were involved in this specific thing. And you are positively relentless. This is funny that you just said that, because it kind of goes on par with this. We were all sharing a little snippet of like who we are in this world and, you know, what we've come through and what we've come to be at this current stage. And when it got to me, I felt called to share that my biggest thing is reminding people that we all have all the human emotions and all the feelings, and we all go through a lot of shit, right? And the perception of others can get in the way of owning our own selves. So I said, and it'll make sense when I can talk about this more. Sorry, I hate this like weird obscurity, but it'll make sense when I talk about it more. But I talked about how I have that perception of me of being very positive and being that kind of positive charge, right, into the world, and how I look at things and how I show up. And that is me to the core, right? It is, your perception is right. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure, and I think that's where a lot of my heart calling is right now. I want to make sure people realize that there is a lot of shit that still is under the surface, right? And I try to be really open about my anxiety and, you know, my hard spaces and when I'm quiet, you know, all these different things, because there's still a lot of sides to all of us. And so if I can show up in all those and people realize that you have to sometimes just like the pressure of all the weight of everything is where the diamond comes from, right? That we have to be real with ourselves, because toxic positivity is not healthy, right? So what can we be real in? You can be relentlessly positive, but also really real at the same time. I think that's super important to remember. Because one time somebody said to me, and I actually think this is going to be turned into one of my podcast episodes. Wow. I forget how they worded it. So I'm just going to try to kind of conjure what I remember from the sentiment. But it was something like, gosh, I wish I could be as positive as you. Life would feel so much more easy. And I had this moment in the sentence coming out of their mouth of like, is that how people think? Right? Like, is that how we think? And that's not, you can be as positive as all get out, but real life is real. Hold on, I'm going back because I think I missed some things. And I thank you for being you. Your art magic jump started me. Paula, sending you so much love. I am so proud of you, and I have loved seeing you show up. I just watched another one of your YouTube videos last night, and I'll probably pop a few more on just to kind of catch up with what you've been creating while I'm editing today. And I'm just so happy that you're in this world doing, your voice is very powerful. If anybody doesn't follow Paula and see what she's about, she is a disruptor in the best way possible. And so many beautiful things are coming from her brain. And I'm so glad that I could help you jumpstart that, right? Be the spark plugs. Is that what they're called? Spark plugs for your beauty. We all have struggles, but we are not our struggles. Exactly. It is a choice. I think it is really a choice because I can choose, right? Like in harder seasons, and I've been there, and I know, Chrissy, if you're still on, you've seen me and talked to my heart when I've been in a season. I remember it was like a couple falls ago where I was just like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I cannot feel like myself. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel inspired. I felt really awful. And it was coming off of like a high, right? Which is probably part of it, right? You come off of like feeling so ignited. But anyways, but then I had to make a choice at some point of, okay, this is happening. Okay, is it an imbalance in my body? Is it situational? Is it a little bit of everything? Like, we have to do the work to get there, right? This is in life. This is in business. This is all across the board. We have to do the work to get there. It's not just like one and done. There's not a magic answer. Everybody who says, take this course and everything's going to be fixed is just telling you some fibs. Now, I'm not saying courses are bad. Take courses when they are aligned with what you need. I'm just saying that's not just the quick fix, right? To the next thing, the next level, the next success, a better mindset. It's not, you have to do a myriad of things to get there. Victoria says, my words, I'm focusing on consistency, be uncomfortable, and make time. Does it make you uncomfortable to make time for certain things in your life? I'm wondering. I'm asking because that's me. That's me. Sometimes, being quiet, for instance, can be hard for a lot of people because you're like, ooh, then I got to feel the anxiety. Then I got to feel the worry of what's to come. Then I got to unload some things, and it's like, oh, so I'm just curious, on that. But I love those words, consistency. I love that. And just allowing yourself to be uncomfortable in the things that come with being consistent and making time. I feel like all your words are so entwined in the most unique ways. It's really, really great. Yeah, Paula, it's marketing. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just marketing. So it is truly at the core of it, if we are in a healthy headspace, and which I think goes back to us nurturing ourselves through the process of doing something for ourselves, our family, our business, whatever it is, our dogs. We are being marketed to, and we're investing in things in all facets of life. I don't care, how you shake it out. That's just life. And it's not good. It's not bad. That's how I look at life. Nothing is good nor bad, right? Losing a loved one sucks, right? But it's not necessarily right? There's no super specific words that are attached to it. It's just how we then process, how we then move forward through that, because it's going to be bad and it's going to suck. And there's going to be hardships with lots of things in life and lots of things in business. And we have to have the confidence to nurture ourselves, to allow ourselves to grow through those things, to see how we want to come out on the other side. And we might not have a vision for that, and that's okay. But all we might know is that we want to feel, feel a certain way. We want to feel at least somewhat comfortable in the person that we become through the hardships. And when we are investing in something in our business, I do it all the time. I've gotten coaching it. I've gotten, invested in a software or this, that, and the other. Every time I do it, I have to really think about it. Is this what I really need in this season right now? Or is it a long-term thing that I need to kind of figure out what really makes sense for me? It's all coming down to nurturing what I really need and where I'm at, emotionally within that, if that makes sense. And really, truly, being realistic on, oh gosh, sorry guys, I'm clicking things and you're going away. But really, truly being real with what you need, because your energy counts, your dollars count, all of it counts. You count. You matter. Buy from a place of abundance, not scarcity. Absolutely. So if you're buying, so you're going, oh, something comes up on your Instagram feed or comes through your inbox on your email from something, a person that you're subscribed to. And maybe you already really love this person and you think that they have great content and they have great value. Awesome. However, if you're in a space of scarcity, like Paula said, and going, ooh, it's not a confident space to be in, right? It's not a leveled space to be in. And so if you're kind of going out of scarcity, like, this is the thing that's going to get me out of debt. This is the thing that's going to get me more clients. This is the thing that's going to help me finally get the, wellness journey that I want to have going. And you're in scarcity. This is the only thing that's going to matter. This is it. I'm climbing up a wall or whatever, right? Without it, that might not be, right, the best intention of your investment. But if you're coming from it, like she said, Paula, I wish we could like all be like on a screen right now together. That'd be so great. But if you're coming from abundance, like you firmly think about it, you firmly think about who you are, right? Coming down to who you are in this moment, and who you want to become in the moments, moving forward. And it's an abundant space of, I know that this investment will grow the thing that I am super cultivating right now in my life. That's going to be good. This is going to be good. Yeah. Our emotions can do a lot on our wallet, on our on our show up ability in our business or life or relationships of any kind. If we're coming from scarcity of any kind in relationships and all of it, not much good is going to come from it, right? I mean, it's just natural that we're all going to get to those spots and spaces in our minds and the way that we show up in life and all of that, but we have to keep it in check, right? Because it's just human to sometimes go, oh my God, I don't, like if you're looking, like, let's be really honest, if you're looking at your bank account, I don't know, it's January. For a lot of people, it's a rough month on that side of things, no matter what, right? And you're going, oh my God, how am I going to stretch this out? That's a scarcity mindset, but it's also real sometimes of like, that's really what my bank account looks like, or this is really what my schedule looks like and I don't have any clients coming in. I think all of us can understand that. Victoria, right? Like you're a service-based industry. If you're not seeing those on, you can easily you don't see people popping on your schedule, you can easily get to scarcity, but then you have to then go, okay, wait, how do I make this not the reality of where I'm at and come from a mindset of abundance? So obviously boosting that mindset and the confidence behind what that can do for you, but then also taking action on things that can get you out of that space, out of that hole, if you will, of absolutely go live together. Oh my gosh, Paula, I would totally go live with you. I would go live with all of you, Victoria, your scalp massage lives are the best, by the way. Side note. Showing up is not a shortcut. Short term. Oh gosh, I keep clicking something weird, you guys. Sorry, this is real life here. Showing up is not a shortcut, short-term strategy. It's the long game. It is, and I think that's a really poignant thing to say, especially if there is anybody that's on now or will watch the replay, that is thinking, well, I have, I'm just going to use arbitrary things, but I went, posted 7 days a week for the last 3 months and, not much has changed. Well, a couple things can come into play with that, right? Are you coming from a scarcity when you're creating that content? That's never good. I tend to feel really good about my content when I'm in a really present mindset. Is the content relatable? Is it, there's so many, I'm not going down that hole right now, but what I'm getting at is it's not a shortcut, Also find what is good and balanced for you, right? 7 days a week is a lot for a lot of people. That might not be good. You're going to bottom yourself out and no wonder why you'd feel scarce and feeling like this short-term strategy isn't working because you're bottoming yourself out. So yeah, I think it is the long game, seeing a bigger picture. And I think that's I don't know, let me know if you guys have a similar, where you're at on this spectrum. But for me, I have a pretty good idea of how to forecast. I have a pretty good visionary in my mind. My husband calls me the divergent because I can kind of see through the dust a lot and see what can be, what I'm looking for it to be, kind of a thing. And it's not always easy still, even if you have that, but like, where are you at on that? Is it hard for you to see where the road's leading you, or can you kind of be like, oh yes, there's the Emerald City down the yellow brick road. I can see what it's going to look like now. I just got to figure out, like, reverse engineer the things that are going to feel good to get me there. Sometimes I lean on social media or getting my ass out in the world for when I feel those scarcity thoughts. Yeah. There's healthy ways to do that, right? Because those scarcity thoughts are going to come. So it's like social media is a beautiful place if you allow it to be. My algorithm is a beautiful place. And it's because I interact with other creators, other people who think similarly to me, right? And that's what I want to surround myself with, because I don't want the bombarding of negativity or scarcity or whatever. I don't want that. So I love that, Victoria, for you, that you know where you can go, or getting yourself out. And I feel like you're really good at that too, of finding like, hey, I need to go out and like just go to this event, or hey, do you want to go grab coffee or whatever. And I think that's really important, because sometimes we think everybody else has, no time for us, and they all have it together. And I was just talking with somebody the other day, and they were like, you got to be like the most organized person that I've ever met. And I was like, I really hope that that's not the way that you only think of me. Because I'm not. I do a lot to keep myself in order. I do. Sorry, my husband's mocking me over there. I do a lot to keep myself on track. I do. It's really important to me. But it ain't always pretty, and it's not always on track. And sometimes one of the wheels in the back is falling off, or I'm screeching at a halt, or whatever. So again, right? So what I'm saying is, using social media, getting yourself out in the world, that's important to get the pulse on people and go, oh, okay, I'm not alone. Other people do feel this way as well. Did you love that? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm getting mocked over here. I've got a heckler. I love that. We have control of the images we choose to ingest. Yep. And if it ain't right and it ain't working for you, move along. Unfollow. I have been known, and I have talked about this in my content a little bit as well too, but I have been known to unfollow if I'm going down a comparison-itis thing. Not even that their content isn't great or aligning. Sometimes it's like I'm comparing myself too much, that my content doesn't look like that, feel like that, sound like that. I don't look like that, feel, like this mind can do a lot of things on us. So it's really, really important, right, for us as women, as business owners, as all the things, to take some time to go, okay, maybe I need to unfollow this account, or I'm not really getting anything beneficial from this, or, I want to support them, but I need to support them in a different way than this because it's not serving me. And ingest is the right word. We absorb them. We need to nourish ourselves with nutrients that boost us. I love that thought, and like using that in our way, because we all think about that when it comes to our health. Oh, I'm deficient, like I am. I'm deficient in vitamin D. So I know that I need to ingest vitamin D in order to have a healthy balance within my body and my mind, right? Because when I wasn't, it was not good. It was not pretty. I was suffering very bad with mental repercussions of that in particular. So if we think about that with the content that we consume, with what we want to even create, like what are we ingesting to also then put out into the world? So it's really important for us. I don't care who you are, if you're, a service-based industry, if you are a content creator, if you have products, all of this is important so that we can also safeguard ourselves on what we're ingesting and absorbing, or nourishing ourselves with, hopefully nourishing ourselves with, and then what we are putting out. Is this something that we want? Is this the sentiment we want people to ingest from us? And I think it's really important too, like, we're always kind of evolving. I think that goes without saying, but every so often is taking a little bit of an insight of like, is what I'm saying really what I want to be saying to the people? Do I want them to ingest this, or am I just creating content to create it in hopes that it's going to land, in hopes that somebody buys my, necklace that I'm putting out here into the world, whatever it is, right? And getting real with that. Like, no, I wouldn't want to ingest this either. In fact, I barely want to create it. That's a big sign that that your confidence might be down, or B, that you're kind of not aligned with where you're going. I will follow like-minded businesses at times, but generally step away from the accounts because it fuels comparison, which is not nourishing. Yeah. I want to follow content that provides growth. Yeah. I think it's just this like teeter-totter and figuring out where your threshold is for that. Because yes, I want to support so many people. Like, that's one of my things is I'm super huge on is supporting other women creating something, right? Creating their own business, their own world, their own message, all that. But then it comes into like, sorry if you can hear my dog's eating. Mornings with Megan, hi. But I think it's really, really, really important to figure out what is the thing that nourishes you when you are consuming content, when you are out there in the world, when you are out networking. Are you networking with purpose? Are you just going to all the things in hopes that people come along your way and come into your world or book your thing or whatever? Or are you going in with intention to create relationship, to really speak your truth, to really come from, from the heart of hearts, Balance. Yeah, Paula. Balance. It's really important in all things of life. Eat the cheeseburger, but don't eat 5 cheeseburgers in one day, and maybe not even in 1 week. Probably not in 1 week. I'm not a nutritionist, but I'm pretty sure. I kid you guys. But it's all about balance. If I ate 5 cheeseburgers in one day, I'm pretty sure I would not feel good. If I consume content that is overwhelming, making me feel less than, giving me a scarcity mindset, same thing. It's the cheeseburger weighing you down. So we gotta get rid of it. And it doesn't mean that person is bad, right? Or their content sucks, or whatever word you want to attach to it that's rude and negative. It's just not for you in the moment. They're probably just doing the best they can to put their message out there, but you are just going, it's not for me right now. I've overconsumed this type of content or this whatever, right? And so, hold on. I have it's getting so cool now that I'm I've missed the warmth of it. It's hard sometimes because the scarcity can come from literally everything. Yeah, Victoria, it literally can come from everything and anything. It can be that your bank account looks scarce. It can be that you feel like everybody else is doing the thing and you're they've got to be making 6 figures. And really that's your perception of them just because they are showing up in a big way and they're not making 6 figures. But then your scarcity just kind of shoots into the stratosphere, right? So it's endless, and that's why we have to nurture ourselves and just be as honest as we need to be. If we need to take a day off social media, if we need to step away from an account, if we need to just go into full-blown content creation on our own because we're in an inspired streak, but we can't consume any content in that moment because it will stop you in your tracks or get you into scarcity again, right? So jealousy and envy eats self-confidence for fuel. Ooh. I feel like I need to screenshot all these, but I know that that's not possible. All the things that you guys are saying is so good. But yeah, it does. If you're going, oh, well, they've got that. This is so funny, Paula. On Tuesday, the next episode that goes up is about kind of jealousy and the mindset that can get us in and how ways to work through it and kind of self-discover ourselves or what we're feeling within that. So yeah, jealousy and envy, literally, they all can eat away at our confidence. They can create so much disturbance within us. They can create so much, disturbance within us that it's scary what could happen to us, right? And this is what keeps people small. This is what keeps people feeling less than, or not even starting the business or stopping the business because they're I can't do this. It ain't good. And that feeling can it lasts an eternity. Yes. I try not to allow myself to stay there. I have to sit with gratitude. That's beautiful, Victoria. And that's exactly what's important, right? Because it does feel like an eternity when it could be a mere like hour of just doom scrolling or sitting by yourself going or driving. I feel like sometimes I'm like driving, I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing anything right in this life, and like all the, all the things that come into our mind. And it feels like it was 3 years, but it was really just that hour drive that you just got in your feelings and really felt overwhelmed by it. So I love that, like finding gratitude, finding a friend that you can go, I am feeling really frustrated with where I'm at right now. And they might go, I feel the same way. When you were just looking at their stories thinking, she's smooth, she's got all of it together. Listen, can I zoom on this? Nobody. I didn't know if it would really work, but it did. Nobody has it all together. Nobody has it all together. Take that, wipe that clean. I don't care how neat their office looks behind them. I don't care how beautiful their makeup looks every day when they come on. That might be what helps them feel good, but doesn't mean they have it all together, right? Whatever. I'm just using random examples, but remember that crystal you got me? Yes. Do you have it in the right spot? Ooh, oh yeah, you picked your spot for it. It's abundance. So citrine brings in abundance for any, like, I feel like at least a few of the people on here are people that love crystals, and citrine is an abundance filler. And so I'm so glad you had it. Remember, go back to it. Give it thanks, give it gratitude, give yourself thanks, give yourself gratitude when you're feeling scarce. Always. Always. Guys, I got to watch the time. I have a couple of podcast interviews for taking flight, a couple really bomb people coming on, and I'm really excited. This day is going to be fiery, which is like perfect for that. I'm starting it with you guys because it's going to be good. I literally look at it every day and say thank you in my mind for the abundance when something great happens, no matter how big or small. I love you. I can't do a heart with one hand. Guys, this is going to be another, I'm reheating that at 2 p.m. day, probably. That's okay. It's okay. I don't drink coffee because could you imagine me with caffeine? So it's my little like protein coffee, I call it. Loved our time together this morning. I loved it too, Paula. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll probably only be on for another minute or two and then I have to pop off. But I have loved this time. So it makes me excited to see. It makes me excited to do something that I was kind of scared about doing. I was scared about doing regular like Monday morning mindful coffee chats with you guys. And here it is. We just had the best conversation in the world. Okay, I don't know. That might be a little bit of a stretch, but we're going with it. And here it is. But let me pull one more like card to have like one last little kind of round out of this conversation. Love you too, Victoria. Like mucho, mucho, mucho. I love all of you guys, really, honestly. Like, I just do. Okay. These are all, like, I haven't looked at these. I literally opened these on camera with you guys. So they're all so cute and pretty. I want to like look at them all, but then it's like spoiled. I just like want to make it a surprise. This is so hard. I didn't have a table in front of me next time, you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this guy right here. Okay, hold on. So I don't have 52 card pickup. One of my business mentors does business breakfast in bedhead. I love that, you guys. I have a super great messy bun when I wake up half the time, so you get to see all that. So, but yeah, I'm going to plan on, here's me holding it accountable. I'm trying to think what this Monday looks like. But going forward, I'm going to plan around it, right? But this is happening. Let's do this. Let's have our coffee. Let's get started. Okay, this one's so pretty. Okay, so everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. So if anybody needs a deep breath, another eye closing moment. Everything that is happening now, breathe it in, is happening for my ultimate good. Everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. Believe it, live it, absorb it. Pulling that right back into from our conversation. And then the back says, always. You are always guided and supplied with whatever you need for your growth. So maybe some nugget from somebody today was what you needed. Maybe something that you come upon later, something that's already in you, will remind you that everything that's happening, you are supplied with what you need. You are supplied with what you need. And so you supplied me with what I needed today, which is community, which is beautiful minds coming together to talk through the things in life that maybe we don't talk about enough, or with the right people. So thank you so, so much for being here. I look forward to doing so much more of this, because we need this. It can be lonely, especially we're in the winter, you know, right? It can just have a sense of being by ourselves. Even if we are very connected, it still feels lonely. So stay tuned for more of this, and I can't wait to hear your hearts more, and just do this thing together, you guys. We have to do it together. So I love you all like endlessly, and I hope you have the most beautiful day. Stay warm, stay cozy, stay whatever it is that you need for today, productive, rested, whatever it is. It's already within you. It's already within you. So bye, guys.